Yeah. Leave it to sports bums, sports build to just bring the mood down. Everyone else is happy. But no, here's an article that we think you're going to like. Apparently, builds are very reliable. I'll be honest, if they didn't tweet in German, no one would believe them because most of the times they come up with the biggest heave of bullshit. Sorry, just bull crap. Seriously. They're pretty much saying that Hansi Flick's future is uncertain at Bayern. I mean, there are some things in here that they did say that I think, that could be true. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. So, look, let me read this. By the way, Mia San Mia is back. Go to their link in my description. Mia San Mia on Twitter. You have to like everything. They're the best. They're back. I missed them. 8 days. That was a long time. Don't ever leave me. I'm in love, man. I'm in love with Mia San Mia. Okay. So look. It just put a smile on my face, you know? It's a nice day to see Mia San Mia to be back. So look. Despite an ongoing contract until 2023, it is by no means certain that Hansi Flick will continue as Bayern head coach beyond the season. There are several reasons for this. Okay, Bild, let me hear you explain these reasons. On one hand, Hansi's most important reference and person of contact at the club, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge, is stepping down at the end of the year. Flick is considering how the conditions of his work will be after Rummenigge's departure. What? Oh no. Okay. On the other hand, there's still tension between Flick and Hassan Brazo Salamander, the Pokemon. The coaching staff is unhappy with the new signings and consider that the squad is weaker than the treble year. I mean, that's not a lie. I mean, technically, the squad is weaker, and we should have probably done a better job of signing better players with some ability. We did sign a bunch of bums, let's be completely frank. Meanwhile, Brazo sees it as a task of the coach to work with the new players and elevate them to the Bayern level. Nah, that's weird. If he thinks Hansi Flick's supposed to work with Bonasar, no, that's like a fish. You just get a fish out of water and ask the fish to run on land. I don't know, that's not how it works. But yeah, no, that's just odd. They're saying that they see Hansi's job to work with the new players and elevate them to the Bayern level. Hansi ain't Houdini. He can't just do some whipped up magic. No, he's not the Powerpuff Girls. He's not that powerful. Just whip up a magic spell and all of a sudden Bonasar has all this new ability. That's dumb. I know Bild are probably wrong in saying this, but the task of the coach to work with the new players and elevate them to the Bayern level. Let me stop. Oh no. Elevate them to the Bayern level. What is there in Bonasar apart from Bona in his name that's actually elevated? The only thing elevated about the guy is his first name, Boner. All right, let's go with the second one. Flick still maintains contact with the DFB officials due to his past there. The DFB would knock on Flick's door if Jogi Löw is no longer coach after the Euros. There are also inquiries from the Premier League. For Flick, the working conditions and the full support of his ideas are more important than any contract. That could be a problem for Bayern. I mean, that's not wrong. I mean, Bayern do need to back Hansi and start buying him some competent players. Everyone complaining about anything Flick did this season. Remember, this is the same board that expected Corentin Tolisso to replace a player like Thiago. So yeah, Hansi's been dealt a pretty hard hand. That was funny, man. Bayern need a midfielder like Thiago. See, exactly. Someone recognizes it. Maybe not our board. But they're dealing Hansi Flick a pretty harsh hand. They're giving him all sorts of players. There's no amount of... I don't think this is really relevant, but I would say this. It could be true to a certain extent, like I just said. But I don't think it's that big. Like, I think Hansi Flick knows that he wasn't properly backed. Getting Bonasar and Choupo-Moting. I don't imagine you get excited for work knowing you're gonna have to coach Bonasar. Ugh, that's disgusting. Who wants to do that? But again, that's not a reason for him to be like, I hate you now, I hate you. No, no, that's not how it works. Someone tell Christian Fake this. That's who publishes these articles. Builder like CNN, man, constant negative news. Seriously, who publishes this? Because someone has to look over this. Every time they come out with something, it's always negative. Like Builder they're just bums. Yeah, bums. Sports bums. Oh, we're better than Leipzig and Dortmund. Man United fans are getting their hopes up. By Matthew Hop. We could have gotten Hakimi in the summer. Inter playing four 10 million installments. Inter Milan. Oh, Hakimi. I would pay a lot of money for Akraf. I Minecraft Hakimi, man. We should move Kimmich to right back for the UCL and maybe play Rocca CDM. Yeah, there are a lot of maybes out there, but we're not going to do that. You know we're not going to do that. According to sources, Demartio. This could actually be true. Well, it probably could be. Parma, like the Italian team, they're close to signing Xerxes. Negotiations are going in the right direction, and there's optimism. I mean, they need to get that done in like 4 days. Who have we sold this window? Apart from Angelo Stiller, who left us? He's leaving in the summer. Yeah, we got 4 days left. Xerxes looks like he's leaving to an Italian club. Italiano. He's moving. Xerxes. I can't believe that. That's actually really interesting. So, but on this Hansi Flick stuff, I don't want to... what do you guys think? You think Hansi Flick would just leave us the way they're saying? Build, man. What do you think about Musiala possibly joining the German national team? Ooh, is that happening? Oh yeah, according to... Is it build at the same time? He's not going to... Yeah, I think... Yeah, build. I'm not so sure. I think Musiala will probably end up with England. The kid's accent. He's really British. Yeah, there's no... I don't know. I just don't see that. I don't see him playing for Germany. I mean, I'd want him to play for England because of the hype that comes with that. If he scores a goal for the English national team, everyone would be hyped. And I love hype. So we could use a player in the English national team. So for Flick, the working conditions and the full support of his ideas are more important than any contract. That could be a problem for Bayern. I kind of agree. I see where Builder coming from. Okay, I know it's stupid, but I kind of agree with that. Just by maybe 2%. Our club is good at not backing managers. You know, a manager will want a certain player, and the board will go a level below them and try and get a younger one that can develop into that new player at some point. Yeah, so I agree with Build that Bayern aren't necessarily the best when it comes to backing managers. That's the only thing I'll ever agree with them on. Some of those signings were horrible, says Jasper. True, you're right. You're correct. They're horrible. We got Odriozola in January. Like, last year. What excitement as a manager. You're like, oh, I'm going to get a right back. Ooh, Hakimi. You just start listing names. Hakimi. Ooh, Dest. And you get Bonasar and Odriozola. Like, that could just piss you off. If I looked at... imagine if I was manager of Bayern. If I looked at Bonasar... oh, Jesus, forgive me. Oh, I would be punching him. Oh, you make one mistake. I'd be taking all my anger on you. You make just one mistake. I would be so pissed. I get where Hansi could be coming from. He asked for good players, and they bought him a bunch of bums. That's the truth. Oh, forgive me. You'd all be getting slapped in the training ground. If Choupo-Moting made one mistake, he's getting slapped. Like, I don't care. I'm cutting his wages. Can a manager cut his wages? I'm terminating his contract. Whatever I need to do. Guys, because all I'd be thinking about is I could have gotten Hakimi. I could have gotten Dest. if I was manager of Bayern, but thankfully we have a more calmer person in Hansi Flick, who looks a little bit more ready. Odriozola is the GOAT. See, like, it's so hilarious how we can make memes about our own players. Flick isn't close with Kahn and Hainer as well. Karl should have stayed as CEO. Well, he's still CEO. He's stepping down later on this year when his contract expires. Wait, what? Is it his decision? I mean, okay, he's been here for a long time. But is it his, like, can't he just decide to stay? Because he's only 65. Yeah, he's 65. Unai Hoeneß is like 70. He's 69? You could have still stayed here. Oh, okay. Well, I guess Unai Hoeneß is... Yeah, but I think we're going to find out. I think Kahn will step into that position. And the current position, like the chairman position, where Karl-Heinz is in now, Oliver Kahn... Wait, that's his new position after he leaves. And then Brazo will get into Oliver Kahn's current position while also maintaining his job as the sporting director. So I think it goes both ways, man. I think it goes both ways. But I do agree that our management, our transfer department, if there is one, I bet there isn't. We have a loan department and an expired players department. We don't have a transfers department because we don't actually make transfers. Rarely do we see ourselves doing so. But I think that our transfer department, if there is one, made a lot of mistakes. They waited too long. They had no backups for the main positions. And Douglas Costa, I mean, he's not always going to be available. You need some permanence, you know. I think we can go an entire year without making a transfer as long as we have players that aren't on loan. When two of your players are leaving on loan, you need replacements. Brazo's too cheap. No, Bayern is too cheap. The whole club is cheap. We're ran by cheapsteaks, man. A bunch of rich guys just sitting on gold and asking for money. That's what we are. Rich beggars. We're like that prank on YouTube. Rich guy begs for money and then surprises his givers with money. That's pretty much it. We don't need to buy players, actually. Oh, what would you like us to do? Hey, I swear, if some of us ran Bayern, we'd be in the relegation zone. Like, some of our opinions make no sense. That's including myself, okay? Even though I'm a self-prophesied genius, I still, like, I'd probably get us in the relegation zone. Because I'd be trying to buy us the biggest players, yeah. Wait. Supervisory board chairman of the FC Bayern, but then he's the current president of FC Bayern Munich. I don't know how that whole thing works. Wait, our president makes $329K a year? Ooh, that's a lot of money. Ooh, that could go to Alaba's transfer wages. President's making. Wait. So, Unai Hoeneß, I know, right, a little bit older, but Herbert Hainer is only 3 years younger. So, what was the point? Did Unai just want to be with his family more? That's all I'm saying. We could have kept him. Yeah, but we'll see, guys. We'll see. The Hansi ain't leaving us. Barner, Mr. Krabs. That's actually true. Mr. Krabs. We hoard all the money in the world. And then we act like the brokest. We are so frugal, man. We need to start using some money. Who's going to pay Upa's release clause? That's the same question I want to know. Who's going to pay that clause? Who's going to give Leipzig 40 million voluntarily? It seems as if we need a gun to our heads to pay money for a transfer. It just seems like so. But in my opinion, I can't wait for everything to unfold, especially in this summer. Like, we know we need signings in the summer. We need more than one. I wonder what this board will do with that information. Will they actually go full circle and buy players? Or will they forget that they're supposed to be Bayern servicemen and actually buy players? But we'll see, man. We'll see. Imagine Flick just taking out a loan because the board don't want to. Oh man, that would be funny. I only made my statement because look what we did to Atletico with players that we already have. Um, Look, it's not how it works, man. That's not how it works. You can't. It doesn't cut it. You can't cut it with just. I get it. You know, it may seem as if we have so many good young players. I'm all for it, but I think that shouldn't be an excuse to have a smaller and less competitive team. You're seeing it this season that there's such a big stark in quality whenever we go from Robert Lewandowski to a Choupo-Moting. There's a big stark difference in quality. So that's the thing that people don't understand. We're looking at it from one game, but overall, the manager sees what happens in the training ground. And in my opinion, I think he sees that Bonasar is not good enough. That's it. Whammon got to Nah, we're not buying him. No one can say that name. Come on, we're trying to sell shirts over here. No one's gonna buy a guy named Whammon get to. No one's doing that. No one. We should buy Kramaric as a Lewandowski backup. I don't really care about that position. I mean, we know, especially next season, where we aren't going to be playing 3 games every 2 days, essentially. But we will probably, like Robert Lewandowski will probably be playing every single game. Remember the depth we have? Coutinho for Muller, Thiago for Kimmich, Tolisso for Goretzka, and Perisic for Gnabry. We had solid depth. I mean, I'd change Perisic, and I wouldn't put Perisic as depth because he pretty much started every game. He started a majority of our games, didn't he? So, I wouldn't put Perisic as a backup. But you know what I mean. I do think we need depth. We need players that can be consistent. At the same time, depth in quality. Haaland for Bayern next season. Are we not supporting the same club here? We know we're broke. We're not going to sign Haaland. If we can barely afford Upamecano, what makes you think we can afford Haaland, whom we aren't in necessary need of right now? That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, Lukaku. Oh, and Zlatan. Zlatan fights his child. Ooh. Why is Lukaku bald? Is that a voluntary decision, or is that just genetics? Because like no man volunteers to be bald. No. Like your hair is almost half of your pride. Imagine shaving off half of your pride. But hey, it looks like Zlatan and Lukaku were fighting. Whoa! What was Lukaku doing, man? I bet he missed the first touch. Missed that first touch, man. Okay, let me stop. You know, I'm gonna clip this part. Let me type the time I said it. I'm gonna clip this part, and I'm gonna post it on the clips channel, which I barely ever post on, because no one will make clips for me. But hey, it is what it is. Look, 18 minutes and 55 seconds. So, ladies and gentlemen, according to sources, Dortmund want Florian Neuhaus. Dortmund fans are excited that they can lure this player away from Bayern's grasp and get him. I swear to you, if Bayern Munich already bought all the midfielders in the world, and the only one left was Florian Neuhaus, and there was a potential chance that this baller was going to Dortmund, we would upset that deal. We would sell Kimmich just to make sure Dortmund didn't buy him. Nah, I have a feeling that Bayern are probably going to go in for Neuhaus just because Dortmund are going for him. Okay, I'm joking, but you know what I mean. Bayern will not allow Dortmund to win this transfer race. Moments before, unfortunate event, I beg, please, universe, God, don't let me be put down. Please don't let Dortmund get Neuhaus. I would be so annoyed. Okay, good. Is the 100 million we have available for the transfer window fixed? If we sold anyone, does that money go towards the 100 million? Man, that's a good question. It's almost like these journalists have a job to ask our board members these questions, and they don't. But we have 100 million to spend, apparently, according to, is it Fox, Sky Sports News or something? So 100 million is a lot of money. I do think that could be true, because if you think about it, Upamecano, 40 million. Let's say we spend around 50 to 60 million on a midfielder. It makes sense. 2 players, and I believe we're not going to buy right back. I have a feeling we're not. I don't know about a backup. We probably could extend Choupo-Moting for some reason. I don't know. Extend him. And we're probably going to try and get another winger on the loan. I have a feeling that this next transfer window could be just as disappointing as the last one, where we think, oh, we're going to spend this, we're going to buy this player, and then we end up with Bonassar and Choupo-Moting. So the 100 million, I believe, is for Upamecano and then a midfielder. So that's just my opinion. Why are we sponsored by Adidas if they don't help us in transfers? I suppose because we never asked. Brazo needs to go. Ooh. Many experienced sporting directors available who can convince any player to come to Bayern with ease. Hey, don't disrespect the PowerPoint presentations. Come on, don't do that. No, it's not Brazo's fault. I think our whole club is frugal. I mean, before Brazo, we were still frugal, so it's not his fault that we're still frugal. It's just a business model. I mean, before Brazo, we were still buying panic signings, so it's not his fault, literally. Our club is just this way. We just don't like spending money on good players. We can sell someone like Toni Kroos, who's still obsessed with Bayern. This brother does not shut up about Bayern. Toni Kroos is obsessed. Oh my! People keep asking me, George, would you take him back? Hell no, he's obsessed. He only thinks about us. I swear, every month there's a quote out of this brother's mouth. Bayern's small, Real Madrid's big. Shut up! I don't want to listen to you. He's like, I came to a big club like Real Madrid. Shut up, Tony. No one likes you. No one wants you here. Oh, you're just like Christian Falk. You must be best friends with that guy. You just don't stop talking. Toni Kroos is pissing me off. Every time I read something of his, it's just him talking about Bayern. Tony, leave us alone. Stop. God. Just doesn't stop. Bayern. There's a whole movie with Bayern people in it. And Kroos, he just loves us so much. Toxic love. Okay, our board is horrible. They are good at saving money, but bad at spending it. I wouldn't say bad at spending it. I'd say frugal at spending it, which could lead to inaction. Right. People can mistake frugality for inaction most of the times, but I think it's true anyways that our frugality leads to us not spending enough money. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, we're frugal. We're frugal. Kimmich is class. Kroos is okay. We spent too much money on Tolisso and Hernandez. That's true. Look, I love Lucas Hernandez, but 80 million was a lot of damn money. We are not fairly careful when it comes to money. We are too careful when it comes to spending money. Okay, but then at the same time, we're able to spend 45 million on Tolisso. That's the stuff that doesn't make sense to me. Or was it 40 million? I don't know. But we are able to spend that much. Tolisso, in my opinion, is probably worth about 20 million, or was worth 20 million when we bought him. Not the money we paid for him. So I think Bayern could spend too much money sometimes, just sometimes. Most times we do. We're not good at selling either, to be fair. We don't look. We sold Thiago. Liverpool are paying 5 million a season for 5 seasons straight, 25 million or 4 seasons. That's annoying. That hey, at least we can get the 90K from someone owes us 900K from the Arturo Vidal. Oh, Barcelona are finished. They still owe us money. What? Oh, this club is just a. I'd hate to be a Barca fan. You wake up in the morning and just think about all the debt you owe. Barcelona owe us money. Corentin Tolisso, muscular problems. Yeah, just sell this guy. Move on. Ugh. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why we just... Look, I'm all for him. Ah, bless me. Okay. I'm all for him and keeping him. COVID. No. I'm all for Tolisso. But no, he's getting injured every week. It's not fun anymore. What am I looking forward to? Another injury after another injury after another injury that preceded a different injury? We don't need a fourth winger because we have Musiala. You'll be surprised what that would do to us. That type of thinking is exactly what I didn't understand last season. People said, we don't need a backup striker. We have Xerxes, and Xerxes is leaving. We don't need a backup winger. We have Musiala. And Musiala played more games this season than... and he's playing well. You can't put that type of pressure on Musiala, man. It doesn't work like that. In our minds, Musiala gets to play more. But logistically and just sense-wise, it makes no sense to shove a young player in just because of your incompetency to spend more money. Musiala would learn more coming off 15 minutes onto the pitch than just starting because we don't have anyone else. That's how it works. That's how life is. But as part of our debt, Barcelona owe us almost €1 million. And 3 years now, they owe us €1 million because of Arturo Vidal. I love this deal, man. I love this Barca club. They just keep blessing us with their stupidity. It worked on Wits. Could do. It could do, but he's not Wits. He's Musiala. And it seems to me that he plays much better every game he started. I mean, you could argue he was isolated in a 4-1-4-1 twice. But at the same time, coming on, especially, look at the Leipzig game. I bet it gave him all the confidence in the world to know that in the pecking order, he's next. He's next after a Muller comes off. He's next. And besides, he's not necessarily a winger, but he is, you could say, an attacking midfielder. So it's not necessarily him we're looking for. But I think instead of thinking that, we should, like, that type of thinking is why we go into seasons with a smaller team. Our board are like, just use young players. No, you need depth. You need players that are good. You need to back your manager. Confidence plays a huge role for a youngster. Batista Maya, exactly. People said, Oliver Batista Maya, he's the new Neymar. The kid's, he's in the Dutch league getting his stat padded numbers. I hope he can actually do it in a Bayern shirt. But that's someone people said would be our fourth choice winger. It just doesn't work like that, man. It doesn't. Well, guys, I think I went through everything. Thank you, everyone, so much for watching. Nice trim. What's it called? Like, there's a name for it. What would be the name? I don't know the name. Wait. Didn't know I could do that. Okay. Yeah, it's just... Alright, thank you everyone so much for watching me. I'm gonna hit you with an ad. And peace.